I'm Gab, he's Jules, and this is the Gab and Juls FC 100 special. Jules, we've been given an important task here.
Very important.
As you know, every year at ESPN FC, we reach out into all our territories around the world, Deportes, South America, Pacific Rim, Australia, Africa.
Everywhere.
Sorry if I'm forgetting some parts of the world, which might not have contributed. And we poll all our football folk, everybody. And we come up with this list where it's the FC 100. We split them up by positions, and people vote for the best performing player in the previous season.
Top 10 per position.
Top 10 per position, essentially. And then we comment on it. You and I have the luxury. Now, guys, first of all, if you don't like what we're saying, shoot the message. Don't shoot the, sorry, do not shoot the messenger. We are the mere messengers here, right? I'm Hermes and you're Hermes.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Hermes, of course, the German delivery firm. Hermes, rather classier French luxury brand. Goalkeepers. The top 10, number 1, Jan Oblak. He was my vote. I don't know about you. Gigi Donnarumma second because, again, we give more weight to the Euros. He did have a good season, I thought, with Milan.
Yeah.
I don't know how things are working for him now. Got no real problem with this. You see any issues going further down the list? We've got Neuer at 3, Courtois at 4. The Brazilians seem to come in pairs. Alisson and Ederson at 5 and 6. Got no issue so far. Edouard Mendy at 7. You're going to complain about this, yeah?
I had Edouard Mendy higher on my list.
Freudian slip there. Why, is he from Paris?
He's not from Paris.
Okay, really? But you're still
I just
sticking
think
up for him.
very objectively, I think people underestimate the impact that he had on Chelsea. The incredible season that he had, the amount of games without conceded goals, the amount of key saves that he made for the team that is the champions of Europe as well. I think that Mendy, I would have had him higher than Alisson, higher than Ederson without problem, even maybe in that top 4.
Marc-Andre ter Stegen, I'm kind of with you on that. I would have had him a little bit higher too, just because he was so decisive for Chelsea. You know, a team that was so big about not conceding goals. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is 8th. Maybe a little high considering the season he had. You could make a strong case for Emi Martinez,
who won the
Copa America, did well for Aston Villa. Keylor Navas at 10. I really like Keylor Navas as a person. You're going to tell me he's a phenomenal goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, and he was incredible in the 2 games against Bayern Munich, even in the 2 games against City, despite PSG being knocked out, and against Barcelona in the last 16. That second leg in Paris, he was incredible. So completely deserved to be in the top 10 best goalkeepers of the year.
He did get a new contract, of course, out of all this as well. So well done, Keylor Navas. Yeah,
2 PSG goalkeepers in there. Here you go. Put 1 striker and 1 in goal.
There you go. And moving on to right backs now. I suspect you may have a bit of an issue with this. I want to clarify something as well.
Yeah, explain.
Okay. So with our right backs, we took the view, where did this player play the most during the season, right? Yeah. So you will note, I'm going to give spoiler alert, João Cancelo is number 3 on the list. Obviously, he plays a lot of left back. Well, he played a lot of right back. He actually played more right back for City in last season than he did left back. And this is why he comes in. I mean, it was 50-50. We could have put him with the left backs, but he ended up among the right backs. Again, do not shoot the messenger, which is why City have 2 right backs in this list. Equally, Cesar Azpilicueta makes the list because he played a lot of right back for Spain, and he played right center back again.
Or right wing back. You know, we've counted right wing backs and left wing backs in this.
It's an imperfect science, right?
Completely.
In a perfect world, everybody would play 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1.
As God intended.
As God intended, exactly. But that's not the case.
Of course.
Anyway, our number 1 is Achraf Hakimi. You made a face before, off camera.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, because he was absolutely devastating.
But people have to realize that this is not now. This is not what we think is the top 10 currently.
Yes.
Right. People have to understand that.
It's a 2020-21 season.
Yeah.
And he was devastating.
He was devastating.
And he was one of Inter's best 3 players.
Completely.
And they won their first title in a million years.
Exactly.
So I got no issue with him being a number 1.
But we're not saying that he's better than Trent Alexander-Arnold or Reece James or Cancelo or all of that.
I think we would both agree he was better than Trent Alexander-Arnold last season.
And Reece James and
Trent is 2nd. Yeah. 3rd is João Cancelo.
Yeah.
Reece James is 4th. Again, based on last season, I'm comfortable with this.
Me too.
In fact, maybe you could put Alexander-Arnold a little bit lower because he really struggled at times last season. 5 is Kyle Walker, who actually
Yeah.
is a right back, and 6 Jesus Navas. I thought he had a big season
He
last
had a
year.
big season, and what he brings forward for Sevilla is fantastic. And also, everybody likes Jesus Navas. He's such a likable guy.
Number 7, Kieran Trippier.
Yeah.
You know, like I think he's there because England and whatever. I'm like, okay, dude, but
It's just the top 5 are so good. And
there
the
is a
bottom 5
big
are
drop
a bit
off. There is
not
a
as good.
massive drop off. Number 8, Denzel Dumfries, another one.
Yeah, just for these Euros, let's be honest.
I had some special Euros. He got himself a big move to Inter. Number 9, Cesar Spilicueta. Again, for me, he's a center back.
Yeah,
he's
I
a
see.
right-sided
I agree.
center back.
I agree.
I know he played, but I think he played that role for Spain, and Spain did really well at the Euros. So
Yeah.
he sneaks in,
He sneaks in just about.
and his team did rather well last season
Of
as well,
course,
and he
yeah.
played a big part.
And his country too.
Number 10, I'm not having. Number 10 is Benjamin Pavard.
I mean, come on. He's French, of course, fellow Frenchman. But even me, I mean, how somehow Pavard made it to this top 10 is beyond me.
Okay. Yeah, and again, he really does play right back, even though he's not a right back.
He's not right back at all. Anything but almost.
But I guess a lot of Bayern fans out there, big name. Didier Deschamps, of course, had a vote in this, so that must be why. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
he didn't have a vote, but you know.
Maybe Pavard's family had a big vote in this or something. But hey, you know.
Moving on to something more interesting, central defenders.
That was tough. That was tough to do your top 10.
Yeah, this was tough for me. Number 1, I got no problem with Ruben Diaz.
Completely.
I thought
Best
he was a
defender
monster.
in the world.
I have no issue with number 2 either.
No.
Marquinhos.
I agree.
Again, maybe a bit biased because I actually really, really like him. Number 3 is Giorgio Chiellini.
Oh, you're not happy with that.
Again, you put a lot of values on what he was. He missed a chunk of the season through injury, not as much as he'd missed the season before.
No, but
He did have, obviously, he was tremendous at the Euros, although he also did miss some key games at the Euros through injury, so it's not like he was there throughout.
yeah,
For me, that means you're really putting a lot of weight on the Euros.
yeah.
Number 4, I have an issue with as well.
Well, hang on.
Rafael
why?
Varane.
Why?
Didn't have a great season at Real Madrid.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure that. I thought he was good. They reached the semi-final of the Champions League, and he was key to that. Against Liverpool, he was outstanding against the Liverpool attack.
He also had some games earlier in the year where
I'm
I'm just saying, there's not that you
it's
shouldn't be there. Just
maybe a bit lower, but
Maybe a
not
bit
too
lower.
lower than that.
Number 5, Antonio Rudiger, who, again, you look at the season, there was this period early in the season when he wasn't playing, but then Uncle Thomas Tuchel came along
he was
and fixed everything.
in the
And I thought he was really, really good.
He's such a leader for that team. Incredible.
Less so at the Euros, perhaps.
Yeah.
But
In a struggling Germany team with a manager who, was on his way out.
yeah, these next two guys I would have higher. At 6 is David Alaba, who, I think, even with all the issues and the controversy, but with his contract at Bayern, I thought he was very solid last season.
Solid.
Even as the pieces around him got injured and changed.
Completely.
Lucas Hernandez always injured. Nicolas Soule too big.
Yeah.
Pavard too bad.
Yeah.
The Davies, whatever. Number 7, Kalidou Koulibaly. Now, he had a really strong season, I thought, last year. 2 years ago, it was a bit, we had a dip, but he finished strong.
I think all the rumors about leaving, will he leave, will he not leave, for how much money, and maybe played a little bit on his level. But it's, in a way, simple. If Napoli wins something, he's much higher, in the list. If he ends up winning the African Cup of Nations, for example, with Senegal, so for next year ranking, he will be much higher as well. But he's been outstanding in 2021.
Number 8, Thiago Silva.
I put him way higher than 8 because what he's doing at 36, going 37, is just remarkable, incredible. I don't know how many, and don't give me the Chiellini age, or I don't know how many of these top 10 at Thiago's current age would be that good, would win the Champions League, would be so influential in a new team, in a new country, not speaking the language. I just think the guy is phenomenal.
He speaks the language of football. That's
Of
all you
course,
need to
and
know.
of
Yeah,
course.
I think Thiago Silva with hindsight could be higher.
Yeah.
Number 9, Leo Bonucci, similar season. I don't think he had a good season for Juventus. Obviously did well. Big games at the Euros. Scored the goal in the final.
course.
That gets you there. He's playing much better now, incidentally.
by the way.
But, again, people put value on this. Number 10 is Virgil van Dijk, who for me should not be on the list because he's not eligible, because he hasn't played enough games. Not that you're not great, Virgil. We love you.
Yeah, I agree.
He's injured. Not your fault. Shouldn't be there.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.